I like being scared. That's a weird thing to admit because from an evolutionary standpoint you'd want to avoid the feeling if possible. But there's definitely a unique thrill to being afraid. A few months ago, I had the urge to watch a lot of horror movies. This was pretty unusual because as a kid, I tried to avoid horror. I never watched any horror movies, though sometimes I'd see a scary YouTube video. It was usually like a screamer, which looking back is just a very weak type of horror.
Peace up, A-Town.
Oh, I also remember that Doctor Who episode, Blink. Yeah, I definitely didn't sleep that night. So, as I was watching all these movies, I noticed I wasn't getting scared. Whenever there was a good scare, I wouldn't jump out of my seat or look away. I would usually just nod my head and say nice. And okay, I tried my best to make it scary too. Like, I would watch these in the middle of the night, my lights were off, I brought my monitors close to my face as possible. But most of the time I wasn't moved at all, or I just appreciated the execution instead of actually getting scared. Despite all that, there is one type of scare that still chills me to the bone. I'm not sure if there's a name for it, so I'll call it the hidden scare. A hidden scare, thank you, is when there's something creepy, unsettling, etc. in a scene, but you don't notice it. It might be revealed later, or maybe you never notice it at all. That feeling of realization is what really gets to me. Let me show you what I mean. So this one's a bit of a softball because I didn't actually find it scary, but it's a good fit for what I'm talking about. In Insidious, there's this random ghost kid that plays the funny SpongeBob music, but you can actually see him a bit earlier in the movie. It's pretty easy to spot, but I like how the movie doesn't specifically point him out.
But that's huge. Oh, look at his ears. No, time.
There's no shortage of videos about unedited footage of a bear. It's a fantastic horror experience, and I say experience because beyond the YouTube video there's a now defunct interactive website full of Easter eggs and other scary content. There's a lot you can say about it, but I want to focus on one part in particular. The gist of the video is that it starts off looking like a regular YouTube ad, but then there's a very noticeable shift in tone. Even then, something major actually gets teased very early on. I never would have noticed this on my own, but one of the Easter eggs on the site specifically points it out. With enough digging around, you can find a link to this YouTube video. It's a short, low-res clip of the original video, but the channel has another video, and this time the difference is clear. This is one of those scares where I'm so shocked that I have to go back to the original video to confirm it's there. That feeling of dread when you realize she's standing there the entire time is the exact reason why I think this kind of scare is terrifying. An example of a video game doing this is PT. Again, there's tons of videos talking about PT, so I just want to focus on one way the game scares you. The monster in PT, Lisa, actually doesn't show up very often. And when she does appear, it's pretty obvious you want to stay away. But what if I told you there's multiple levels where Lisa is closely following you the entire time? Sometimes you may notice some weird shadows being cast, but if you turn around, there's nothing there. Oh well, must have been the wind, right? We carry on. Only by hacking the game can you turn the camera without turning the player head and see. This is something that wasn't known for years. It's already a legendary horror game, and then people are finding secrets like this that just solidify its legend status. When I found out about this, it made me feel sick.
It smells like rotten.
You gotta get used to the taste because it makes you sick. And I've been getting sick from this.
I was scared. I wasn't even playing the game, but I felt scared because of it. This is another reason why I think the hidden scare is so effective. Just thinking about it can make you feel afraid, even if it's been years since you interacted with the source material. The last example is from a movie called Inside. I save this for last because it's definitely the one that scared me the most. This is at the start of the film, and our main character is taking pictures of a family at the park. There's a bittersweet tone, but nothing's intrinsically wrong here. I'm not going to point out what it is with this scene, because if you're interested, I think it's a lot better to experience it the same way that I did. Watch the movie and then return to this scene. But that being said, it's an extremely gory and violent movie, so you need to have a strong constitution if you intend to watch it. Anyway, this is something I've been thinking about for a bit. I think the hidden scare is really fascinating because normally I'm unfazed when it comes to horror, but this is something that always gets me. If you have any examples of a hidden scare, or if you think there's another style of horror that's really effective, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear more examples. Thanks for watching this to the end.